Hello and welcome to my scenario that I'm building. Yes, if you're a long-term subscriber, this is not Star Wars: The Old Republic. It is a game called Empyrion Galactic Survival. Take a look, do a Google, YouTube, all that jazz. Try it out. It's fun. I like it. Obviously, because I'm doing this vid. If you're an Empyrion player who stumbled across this, hello. This may or may not interest you, so keep watching or not. That's your choice. If you've come from Excalibur's Discord, again, hello. You'll have a bit more of an inkling as to what this video is about. This is the scenario for the community that I've been working on. A quick thing I should say, I am aware there's probably a bit of buzzing going on in the background. I've got a noisy ass computer and try as I might, I just can't get that damn buzzing to go away, so I apologise. Keep watching now, please. Yes, so first thing first, I need to get rid of that. That's vanilla. Don't want vanilla stuff in here. So yes, I guess that's a good thing, because you can see the escape pod right there. This is a barren metal planet. That's going to be one of 3 starters that I've chosen. The others are a temperate and a swamp starter. Temperate because that's basically the POI Master Challenge area. It's not going to look like the Master Challenge. I'm going to make some changes to it, do it properly and so forth. The Swamp Starter because I saw the Swamp Starter playfield and thought, oh, why the hell not? It looks pretty nice actually. And I was going to have an Arid, but then I saw the Barren Metal, and no, this is far superior in terms of looks, in my personal opinion. I made some tweaks to it. So I guess I should say, what is this community scenario all about? Well, one of the problems I've got with the vanilla scenario is it's too easy. They are making changes to the loot stuff for containers in Alpha 12, and I am all for that. I can't wait. Bring it on. Let me at it. I can really make use of that. Alien containers are nice, but they are far too powerful in my view. The personal cargo containers, you can actually do something with that. So one of the things I would like to do is to have a few certain POIs where the loot is inside the personal cargo container. What you have to do is to actually get to that. I've got one like that. I will show you in a bit. Not a walkthrough because, well, you'll have to play it when it's out. Yeah. So let's go over here first. This is actually this is a pretty good area. It's got everything I want to show you right in this area. So this is one of the newer sites builds. There we go. So if you want to see your POI or your structure in this scenario, and it'd be nice for as many of you to have that. It'd be nice to do away with all the vanilla stuff. Maybe have some old favourites there if people want them. And you know, I like the abandoned factory myself. No, sorry, abandoned reactor. That's the one. I like that. But have predominantly this scenario built by POIs made by the community. So no matter where you go, you know that someone within our community has actually built what you're attacking or what you're using as a base, or that wrecked vessel which you're trying to reactivate to use as your UCV or SV or whatever. So this is neurocytes. I've got a particular feel for what I want for this particular starter planet, and this falls right into it straight away. It's kind of great. I love it. I mean, look at that. I'm not going to be doing reviews of these things, so I'm not Excalibur, that's for damn sure. I just wanted to show you that, you know, Snow, as it were, does have neurocytes in. There will be more. This one here, apologies, is one I've been building. It's meant to be an abandoned something. I won't say what the something is because that will give you a clue. So the starter planets are going to be different. I want to build the scenario in such a way that you are forced to explore. For instance, you don't have any iron veins here. None whatsoever, and there won't be any in space either. There might not actually be many on the moon. I might just have one which is guarded. So iron in the barren metal, which is kind of ironic if you think about it, the barren metal starter is going to be iron restrictive, and what you'll have to do is to find the resources, and this starter planet is only going to have Polaris, which means by the time you end you find your way off of this planet, you're going to be in bad reputation with Polaris. And I kind of like that. You start off in good reputation, like you'll be neutral. There we are, Polaris, neutral. But by the time I'm finished, by the time you've kind of found your way off, I aim for you to be in their bad books, shall we say. So this is something I've been working. It's not finished. I haven't finished the texturing on the outsides, but the things in here, for example, gives you some Promethium. There's going to be a personal cargo container in here, so you can grab some stuff. It's going to have an admin core, so you won't be able to destroy it. Much as like you might like to because of the insanity. I mean, look at that. It looks like some kind of puppy dog, doesn't it? I didn't want it looking like a face, but it's one of my builds. People should know what I'm like by now. I kind of do some odd stuff. That's odd even for me, but never mind. Looks better when it's switched on. But yeah, you'll have a start. You will have certain stuff. Well, that gives you alien plasma. I have to confess, I don't really know what it's used for, so I should do, but yeah, I need to look to see that there's certain things I want to give you, certain things I don't, to be honest. Like those dead trees, they don't give you any wood. See if I can find any. Here you go. Those glowy things, they give wood, so you will be able to get carbon substrate, although I'll have to make it a bit more rarer myself, I think. Pentaxid is a thing, so you'll be able to get pentaxid and Promethium. So you can see there's Promethium. The gold there's not going to be any gold in here. We don't need any gold. Who needs gold? But yeah, it's a bit of mine as well. There's various different versions of this one. You will be able to destroy the core on this. So that's what I mean by finding iron. You're going to have to destroy Polaris POIs and loot their stuff in order to build the stuff that you need to be able to survive. Your bases and so forth. You're not going to be able to use a factory. I like that idea, so I'm influenced by the Project Eden thing, but I want my own version of it. So one of the things you don't get on the dead planets, which I like. Just go to spawn in. There we go. There we go. There are going to be some critters to kill, so you're going to have to watch out. It's not only do you have high temperatures, no oxygen basically, so that's something else. You're going to have to get your own oxygen. Fire rain is going to be a thing. I've decided to keep it in. So, yep. I know it all needs to be balanced, which this at the moment is early days. It's not balanced, I know that. It needs a lot more testing. It needs a lot more content in it as well, because at the moment it's a barren landscape, which it's meant to be of course, but it needs more content in terms of POIs and structures and Rex. Like there's this story to this particular planet, and the idea I've had is Polaris has basically abandoned it and left it to the cyborgs, the mechanoids. So yes, you'll have kind of the aliens in here like you saw down there, but in terms of the Polaris humans, or the organic Polaris as I call them, you won't find those, but you will find the cyborgs, mechanoids, turret robots. And that leads me on to a submission by Blue. So I've said enough of this, I think, so far. If I zoom, ooh, nope, there we go, a bit too far. I just like this. It just looks great. I love the box that I've added. I'm trying my best to customize this to make it look different, put my own touch on it, and so forth. I'm hoping it'll be hard, but not impossible. I want a risk of death, basically. Polaris aren't going to like you after this, but hey, you know, that's part of the fun, isn't it? So I'm going to cut here, and here we are in my creative insanity. You see, I got various stuff. Bit of J Randall. I mean, who hasn't got a bit of J Randall? So yeah, these couple of things here are some builds by Blue, who posted it. And if you do want to be a part of this, if you do want to see some of your builds in the scenario that I'm building, there's a link. The details are in below of Excalibur's Discord, plus there's the name of the channel. I forget what it's called, but it's the BOI Builders Club or something like that. Post your EPB file in there, and I'll take it and work with it to get it in the scenario. This one here, I like this one. It's different. I think it needs some tweaks. This is not his amended version. This is the original version. I'm having trouble getting it in the scenario. I need to spend some time on it to get it in. But it's a small dinky little thing. He's removed some of these and made the alien containers a bit, because these were the ultimate rare ones, so he's made a bit more balanced in that sense. But I like it. It's definitely going in. I just need to find out why it's not being spawned in. This is perfect for what I want for the barren metal itself. It could easily go on the moon as well, so that's my plan for this one. It's got no organics in. It's just full of robots and, you know, those evil eyes and, hey, hello mister, don't shoot. So yeah, it'd be nice if I can get that one in. Have to find out why. This is the other one he's submitted. This is an example of what I can't put on a starter planet. I'm not turning around and saying I'm not going to put this one in. I'm just saying for the starter area, this is what I have to focus on at the moment. It's just too powerful. There's no way that you would take it out. Resources are going to be restricted, so I see this. I need to find the right place for this. I like the idea of it being on a barren metal. I think this would look nice in the lava folds. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, or a moon. I might have to work with blue to get it a bit more balanced because there's a lot of turrets on here. But yeah. Now I do have some myself I've been working on. I'll show you this one. This is a CV I'm working on. I've posted. People are probably sick to death of the bloody screenshots. I would like to turn this bucket of bolts into a POI. Have a standard version as well, which people can use. You know, I'll but I'll have to finish it first. So I like the idea of any CV I do. I like the idea of kind of turning them into Vex or POIs for patrol vessels and so forth. So whether this gets turned into POI or not, I've got no idea. I have to finish it. It's just insane. Yeah. So my submission for Excalibur's Space Station February challenge was this. But I had problems doing the top bit, this bit. I just couldn't get it to look right in terms of how I wanted it. So that's what these four are here. You see, I'm trying several different versions, and what I was thinking of in a scenario, you can have a group. So I could put these in the same group and have one of these spawn. So there's a bit of randomization in terms of in space. Didn't have to be in the starter. Spawn group X, 1 out of 4, for example, and I think you guess one of them spawn. So that's some. I might resurrect some of these, make some changes to them to get those in. There are some awesome space stations that people have done, which I think could very easily be made into a POI or a trader station or something like that. I'm not going to take them and convert them myself. I don't mind having a go at doing that for people, but I'm not going to take someone else's build and put it in to this scenario without their permission, if that makes sense. So if people do want to see their space stations in, I'll work with you to get it in. If you don't want to convert it into a POI yourself, hey, I don't mind you taking a go, but I really would like your permission before I go ahead and do that. You know, it's your build, not mine. I don't mind with mine, of course, because if I don't do a very good job on it, then hey, it's my build, so I don't care. But someone else's build, yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully. Down on a planet, we can see some of newer sites, POIs. He's done a lot. Fair play to this bloody weather. There we go. Yes, so yeah, this is you saw all these here are neosites His Imperial Depository runs, they're definitely going in, but again, they'll be going into one of the other systems. They won't be on the starter one, I think. Possibly the temperate one, I'm not sure, haven't decided yet. This one I like. Definitely got to get that in. I mean, Xcal, solar panels. He's got a logistics one here. He's already got an abandoned base there, which could go in. I'm not reviewing these, by the way. I'll quickly say I'm just giving you an idea in terms of what somebody else has done. You've seen this one in already. This one I like, but I think it's a bit too much for a starter area, at least what I've got in mind, so this might be in the next planet connected to the starter system. In terms of the swamp, which is what I had originally started on, I did a couple of builds, because you'll find Talon on the swamp starter, so that's just a small dinky little thing. And it's, again, POIs don't need to be big, massive structures. You know, you can have tiny little ones. It's as well, like that's one of mine. It's just those are vanilla. I just brought those in for inspiration, like, and built my own kind of defense tower for the Talons. So you don't have to do big POIs for them to kind of... I mean, I think that looks okay. It's not the biggest of ones, and it has a bit of a twist to it. You can see the spawn locations there. Some of them may be friendly, some may not. In terms of... This is the one which I think I mentioned earlier. There we go. It's all there mechanically. It all functions how I want it to. I have spawned it in. I've kind of removed it again as well because I need to finish texturing it. Not convinced on the texturing job so far. That's as much as the inside as you're going to see right now, which is not that much. Ooh, a scary skull. Somebody standing on the ceiling. So this one is going to be an admin NPC core. So what this means is you're not going to be able to destroy the core and harvest the iron from it. You'll be able to take out the turrets, you'll be able to kill everything that you need to kill in order to survive. But there'll be a personal cargo container inside this with a special item or a collection of special items that you'll need in order to progress. That's my idea at the moment. And that's it. Hopefully it's given you a kind of an idea in terms of what I'm doing. If anybody, I mean, comments are welcome, whether they're good or negative. For me, this is a big undertaking. It's a long-term project for me. The mechanics of the planets I can get right, that's not a problem. But the POIs I do need a hand with. I'm not going to be able to build them all myself. Alpha 12 is going to change some of that already, I know. Bring it on. So yes, I also need a name, because at the moment the name of this now is called The Anvil, but I don't know whether I want to keep it called The Anvil or not. So again, if anybody wants to suggest something, or if they think The Anvil's fine, go for it. So I'm going to leave it there. I've rambled off enough. When I've made some progress on it, I'll do another one of these videos and show you how it's getting on, what I've done, what I've changed, what I haven't changed, that sort of thing. If people are interested in such a thing, if they're not, then hey, I might not do them. But anyway, Take care, have fun, keep building, keep sniping, and I'll see you again.